we go. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the living room. As you can see, we added one piece of art. That's the black cat, making all 4 pieces of art this weekend. I know, super exciting stuff in the life of a 3-year-old. Hopefully you have some space where you can move around a little bit, move the arms, move the legs. We're gonna stretch a little bit today because we are gonna kind of work our legs. I'm gonna show you 2 new poses and then we'll jump into standing. So let's just get right to it. Take that right arm, throw that right arm in front of the body, hook that left arm across the elbow, and give it a good pull. And switch, we'll go the other side. Good, all right, take that right elbow, put it nice and high in the air, grab that right elbow, pull on that right elbow. Your hand is right in the middle of your back, getting a good stretch on that delt, tricep, and serratus anterior. Switch, let's go the other way. Good stretch. All right, let's get a little trunk twist in. All right, nice wide arm circles, nice and tight. Start to work those rotator cuffs, kind of loosen them up a little bit. Reverse, let's go the other way. And let's go big arm circles, nice full rotations. Reverse, let's go the other way. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's get those legs warmed up. Take that right leg, put it across the top of your left leg. Find that good balance point. Remember, we're rotating at the hips, keeping the back as flat as we can. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hips back. Drop those hands down and dangle. Let that hamstring stretch. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, get even lower if you can. And up and shake it out. Switch your feet. Let's go left across top of the right. Find your balance point. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hips back. And dangle. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, get lower. And up and shake it out. All right, let's go feet a little wider than shoulder length apart. You can even widen them out more and more depending on how much you want to stretch. Inhale, big arm circle, same idea here. We're pushing the hips back, keep the chest nice and strong. Trying to bend as far down as we can, and then eventually we're gonna fold that spine, lowering the hands down to the mat. Trying to keep the legs as straight as you can. Walk your hands to the right, hold. Again, keep that right leg as straight as you can. Lean to the right, point that left toe up, straighten the spine if you can. Drift your hips back in that low side lunge. Inhale back up to the middle. All right, check it out just a little bit. We can go the other side now. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hips back. This time I want you to take your hands, I want you to reach around and try to grab right behind your ankles. So grab right on that tendon, your Achilles tendon, and you're gonna pull against your Achilles tendon to create more of a stretch. Drop your hands down to the mat, walk them to the left, hold. Lean to the left. Inhale and straighten the spine. Force those hips back if you can. Get a good stretch. And come right back up to the middle. Shake it all out. All right, that's the whole idea there. Just a little warm up to help loosen the body. So, 2 new poses today. Today we're going to talk about chair pose, and we're going to talk about twisted side lunge. Okay, got a couple people coming in still. So let's start with our twisted side lunge. So just kind of like what we did in our warm-up. Now remember, we'll go from our pyramid pose, we'll come up, we'll bring our hands together, and we'll exhale down to side lunge. Whatever the height of your side lunge is, you're trying to go from the crown of your head down through the toe is a nice, flat, straight line. If you can get even more sideways, that's awesome. The whole idea here is we're creating a flat part of the body, and it's the bending of your knee. Okay, so I'm gonna slightly lean, and I'm gonna bend that knee, which lowers me into my side lunge. For twisted side lunge, once we're here, you're gonna take your opposite hand. So my left hand is gonna be placed into the mat, and my right hand is gonna raise up in the air. You are really gonna feel it right against the outside edge of that left hip. By twisting on that hip, we're starting to stretch and work the outside edges of our hip flexors to increase our flexibility. So on the other side, it'd be a similar idea. We're gonna get that body nice and flat, okay? Bending down on our side lunge, placing the right hand against the left, raising the left hand up in the air. Twisted side lunge. Okay, I just like to explain that one ahead before we actually go into our actual yoga. The second one is our chair pose, okay? Chair pose is gonna come out of our folded routine. So we go with our half fold, nice bent back, inhale, slight raise, bend the knees, wrap the arms around and fold. From full fold, you're gonna raise the spine up, point the hands in the air, sink the hips down, okay? The key with chair is foot positioning. You are not way wide apart and sitting in your chair. That's why we do yoga squats, okay? Some of you know yoga squat more like a sumo squat. Chair pose is our feet are nice and together, okay? I want inside your shoulders, and it's forcing you to sit those hips back. Big keys, hips, rotate back and sit down, okay? Your knees do the bending, and then my arms are nice and straight, creating a line from my fingertips all the way down to my tailbone. You're not necessarily sitting all the way down to 90. It's okay if you're more at a 45, but you will feel it in those quads. So 2 new poses today, chair pose and twisted side lunge. Questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, so no questions. I got one more person coming in. Perfect. So let's go ahead and start nice and low in seated pose. Hopefully your day has not been too stressful on a Tuesday. If you are experiencing some stress, let's work on breathing it out, finding that positive thought and visualizing that stress leaving the body throughout our practice today. Take a good deep breath in, sitting that crown of your head nice and tall, reaching towards the ceiling, exhaling it out, relaxing your shoulders. On your own, let's go with 9 uninterrupted breaths. On your next inhale, let's sit up nice and tall. Exhale, roll the body forward. Widen the fingertips far apart. Place the palms in the mat. Nice flat back. And let's take a couple good breaths in table pose. Tuck the back toes underneath. Inhale, roll the hips forward. Exhale, press the hips up. Downward dog. Big breath in. Step forward with the right foot. Step forward with the left foot. Wrap the arms around the back of the legs. Squeeze the chest to the thighs. Fold, fold. Inhale, roll the spine up, hands high above the head. Exhale, hands down. Mountain pose. Bring your heels together. We're gonna take a couple good, deep breaths in mountain. Centering ourselves, grounding our feet into the ground, reaching the crown of the head nice and tall to elongate the spine, and preparing the body for some standing poses. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step out with the right foot, both feet pointed forward. Exhale, extend the arms to the sidewall, reach the head tall, star pose. We're gonna take some breaths today in our poses and we're gonna hold them. Try to keep those arms nice and flat, nice and level. Reach the fingertips away as you exhale. Inhale, twist the right foot out. The left foot is still nice and straight. Exhale, sink that knee down. Knee isn't past the toe, chest is nice and big. And we're gonna physically turn our head and look down the right arm. Warrior 2. Inhale, raise the hips. We're gonna do something a little different with Warrior 1. I got kind of an update this weekend. I'm still learning yoga too, so I'm gonna teach you guys. Instead of taking that big step and having both our feet be parallel, we're gonna take a slight step out, but we're gonna leave that back foot at 45, okay? So I'm off-centered, so I'm on my train tracks again, but I'm not perfectly aligned with my feet. I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna sink that hip forward. I'm gonna bring my hands to me, okay? Difference here is we're not putting so much strain on that hip and turning and reaching that heel towards the ground. This is more of a standing lunge, so I've been told. So we're gonna have a pivot here, keeping that back foot nice and flat, allowing us to sink into the hip and really work the quad. Warrior 1. Corrections in yoga are key. Learning new tricks and tips. You're forever growing in your practice, me included. Sink a little bit as you exhale. Inhale, raise the hips. Exhale, pivot back to star, extending the arms out to the sides. Breathe. If the arms get tired, take a quick rest, then try and bring them back up. We're building some sustainability in our delts. Inhale, turn that right foot out, keeping our feet aligned on the same plane now. Turn that right foot in. Exhale, drop that right hand down, straightening that right leg as much as you can, looking up at your left hand in pyramid pose. Breathe. Inhale, bring the hands together, raise the chest up just slightly. Exhale, sink that knee down to a level that's appropriate for you. If your side lunge is right here, that's great. You just want to make sure there's a nice straight line going down the body. If you can get lower, reach that left foot out a little lower, sink that body down into a lower side lunge. Find your level in yoga, not somebody else's, but yours. Breathe in your side lunge. Inhale, raise that hip up just slightly. Exhale, place the left hand down on the mat. Inhale, raise that right hand up in the air. Twisted side lunge. Hold. Inhale, twist back to the middle. Raise the hips up. Exhale, straighten the feet. Extend the arms out. Star. Inhale, prop your arms up. Splay the feet out. So we're wide leg on these. Exhale, hips back. Sink as low as you're comfortable going. Keeping your arms nice and straight, reminding us to have a straight back. Yoga squat. Breathe. Inhale back up to star. Exhale to mountain. Breathe in mountain. Inhale, twist that right foot out. Remember your levels. 1 is heel against the ankle, 2 is foot against the calf, and then 3 is foot against the thigh. So we're gonna inhale, twist that foot out, exhale up to the level that you think is appropriate for you, into tree. Just make sure you're not pressing your foot against your knee. I don't want you to damage your knees. Breathe. Inhale, twist that foot back to the middle. Exhale, place the foot down on the mat. Now, twisting that foot is going to be essential. Eventually, we're going to get into warrior 3, which we're going to have to lean forward. So kind of get used to that motion. Take a deep breath. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hips back. Back nice and flat. Eyes are up. Drop the hands down. Half fold. You're good, Carlos. Thank you. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, bend the knees. Lower the chest down to the thighs. Squeeze the chest to the thighs nice and tight. And full fold. Inhale, roll the spine up. Bring the arms up. Sink the hips back. Chair pose. You can have your feet together, or if you need to slightly space them apart to be able to sink back a little lower, go for it. We're just creating a line from our hands all the way down to our hips. Chair pose. Hold. Inhale, raise up. Big breath in. Exhale out. Big breath one more time. Exhale, extend the arms. Sink back down into chair. Breathe. I don't know if you're actually doing this with me, but if you are, this is going to push your thighs a little bit. Stick with it. Inhale back up. Exhale, drive the hips back. Half fold. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, full fold. Squeeze. Inhale, roll the spine up. Bring the arms nice and high. Exhale, hands down. Mountain pose. Refine your center and your focus. Inhale, step out with your left, both feet facing forward. Exhale, extend the arms to the side wall. Star pose. Inhale, twist that left foot towards the wall. Exhale, sink hips. Turn the eyes to physically look down the left hand. Warrior 2. Inhale, raise hips. Step out just slightly. Put that foot at about a 45. Exhale, sink hip forward, pivot the hips. Warrior one. Sink with each breath. Inhale, raise the hips. Pivot back forward, straight feet. Exhale, extend the arms to the side wall. Good, really work on slowing down the breathing today. Inhale, twist that left foot out, bring the back foot to about a 45. Keep that left leg as straight as you can. Exhale, tilting at the hips and hips only. Facing that right hand up in the air, left hand down on the mat. Turn the eyes to look at that right hand, pyramid pose. Keep breathing. Inhale, slight raise. Align your body. Bring your hands together. Exhale, bend that knee and lower yourself down to the appropriate level of lunge for you. Side lunge. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, place the left hand on the mat, bend the knee. Inhale, twist that left arm up. Twisted side lunge. Breathe. Inhale, bring that hand back down. Exhale, raise the body back up. Extend the arms. Star pose. A twisted lunge is a new one. You should feel it in your hips, but man, it's gonna help you out. Big breath in, splay the feet out. Draw the arms up to remind us to have a nice straight spine. Exhale, hips back. So notice my first move isn't just a bend, but I'm gonna drive those hips back. I'm gonna sit my butt down. Yoga squat. See if you can get a little lower this time. Hold and breathe. Inhale, back up to star. Exhale, draw that left foot in to mountain. Take a couple good breaths in mountain. Inhale, twist that left foot out. Exhale, raise that left foot to the level that you think is appropriate for you. Find a good balance point with your hands and your eyes. We're gonna hold tree. Inhale that knee back to the middle. Exhale, place it on the mat. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, hips back. Find yourself in half fold. Nice flat back, eyes are forward. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, bend the knees, wrap the arms around the back. Inhale, slightly face the feet apart, raise the hands up, sink as low as you comfortably can. Holding chair. Really try not to be here, okay? If your knees are out of your toes and your heels are up, you're not doing it right. Sit that butt back, make a straight line between your hands and your tailbone. We're gonna hold this time, breathe with me. Inhale back up, exhale, fold down. Draw the pinkies to the elbows. Let your head dangle between your shoulders.
We're gonna let gravity release our hamstrings and our back. Breathe. Inhale, drop the hands down to the mat. Step back with your left, step back with your right. Lower the knees down, and let's find ourselves in downward dog. On your own, we're gonna do 3 rotations of cat and cow just to work the spine a little bit. Come back to neutral. Cross the legs behind you. Walk your hands back. Find yourself in seated pose. Big inhale, extend the feet out in front. Raise the hands, stack the fingers, point the thumbs. Shift those shoulders forward. Exhale, roll the spine back. As we come into relaxation pose, I appreciate you guys participating in our standing poses day. Clearly puts a lot more strain on the quads and the thighs and the glutes to keep the body up. That's good. Everybody wants to build those up and build them bigger. Now, I want you to shift gears. I want you to slow your breathing down by taking long, slow inhales of air through the nose, filling up the lungs, expanding the chest. Exhale out through the mouth, allowing the ribs and the diaphragm and the guts to relax. I want you to work on your daily practice of mindfulness. Work on being here in the moment. If you have other distractions, things that are going on in your life, stresses or worries, I want you to visualize, or I want you to physically let them go for a short period of time. Give yourself the chance, the permission to just be here and not worry about those things. As you breathe in deep, I want you to focus on something good, something positive, something that brings joy to your life. I saw a lot of those comments yesterday about what the joyful things are, and I loved it. So try to surround your thoughts with that joyful thing. If you are distracted by stresses, note it. It's important to see what thoughts are coming through our head and stressing us out. Once you've noted that stress, do your best to let it go. 5 minutes of relaxation time.
Got about a minute left, ladies and gentlemen. All right, as we end our relaxation time, I'd like you to slowly sit up, find yourself in a nice, comfortable spot. Namaste, everyone. My soul sees yours. I just cannot continue to express how much I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for your posts on the discussion, and for just trying to make this distance learning as normal as possible. It kind of bums me out that we only have really like 2 weeks left, full 2 weeks left. We have all week next week. And then the week after that, you only have 3 days, and that'll be it for your yoga experience with Rien. So I'm going to keep saying, I hope you all are finding something, whether it's the stretching or the visualization or the mindfulness practice every day that you can use once this class is over. There's so much about strength and flex, especially at the times that we're in now, that is going to be helpful. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here, for being a part of my life and experiencing all this with me. So namaste, my soul sees yours. If you were not here live with us, we missed you immensely. I hope to see you soon. The secret question, for those of you who are live, you can go ahead and start with this one too. This is more of a nuts and bolts question. Just a simple yes or no. Did you check out a mat and a yoga block? I'm trying to just get numbers and see if anybody even checked anything out. So yes or no, did you check out a mat or yoga block? It's totally okay if you didn't. I just want to know. If you weren't live, make sure you're doing your makeup. If you were live, hang out with me for just a second. Namaste, everyone. My soul sees yours. If you can vote, vote. Wear a mask. And as always, smile nice to somebody.